Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge lens pendant. This is the 187510. So a lot of details. It's a really cool looking pendant. This whole lens idea, that thick cast glass, I'll get into in a little bit. Let's get into the size of the fixture first, and we're going to be talking about the body of the fixture. That's independent of the rods way up above that it's hanging from. So this is 24.3 inches high and 12.2 inches in diameter. The overall height, now that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, is coming in with a range. And you've got 29 inches at its shortest, 74 inches at its longest, and that's going to be ceiling to bottom of fixture. If you need this to be longer than the long, so let's say you need it to be 86 or 96 inches or something like that, send me a quick email, say you're looking at the 187510, and give me that solid number, like 110 or something. And I'm going to take your email, I'm going to send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department, where they're going to look at it and come back with an answer. Adds a little time and money, but we do customs every single day. It's not a big deal. So, okay, let's get into a lot more detail on this. And let's talk about how they do this whole idea of, here I want to use this, how they use this interconnecting rod system from Hubbardton Forge. And you have these longer rods are going to be the 12-inch, and you're going to be getting 3 of these. You're going to get 1 of the 6 and 1 of a 3-inch. And so these rods actually have threading on the inside of the ends, and how they're put together is using a connector. The connector does exactly what it's called, a connector. It connects these bars up, and you've got threading on each of those too. And then at the end of this, you're going to have a canopy, this guy, that's going to go on the ceiling itself. And this is a 5-inch round canopy. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box, just like that. And how I want to show you more information about all of this is we're going to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put it together, but it's also going to show you drawings of like the inside of the canopy, and a lot of you guys want to see that kind of stuff. If you have cathedral ceilings and you have a 45-degree slope pitch, we have you covered. This actually has a knuckle built into the top of it right here, so it's automatically slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees or less, so you're all ready to go there. Okay, so and then the other thing is when you're putting this together, how you do put it together, you're going to put 2 towels out, 2 big fluffy bath towels end to end on a counter or a table. You're not going to put the glass in at this point. You're going to put the part with the socket at one end. You're going to figure out which of these pipes you need and connectors to get you to attain the overall height that you're looking for, and you're just going to kind of space them out on the towel. And then this is going to be at the very end of that whole thing. You're going to take the wires and you're just going to kind of snake them through, pass them through each of these little pieces, and then when you're done and you're ready to go, you're going to just simply do what I'm doing right now. So all I'm doing is screwing them together. Very simple. And once you get them together, it's a nice tight look. So it's it almost looks seamless. It's such a tight look there. Okay, so beyond that, let's hop back over to, well, let's talk about the piece of glass in the bottom. So after you actually have this up, you're going to be inserting that piece of glass, and that piece of glass is a clear bubble glass. It's cast glass with little tiny air bubbles. The idea of the light is going to be passing down from here into that glass, where it kind of, it makes it look like it's really glowing, and then it's going to keep going down as you're task lighting. That leads us to another place. So that leads us to what's inside of this and what kind of bulbs you can use. So Hubbardton is suggesting, well, they're telling you can go up to 100 watts for an incandescent bulb, and that's because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb like this. Okay. However, a lot of you guys are not going to do that. You're going to do LEDs, and there's a lot of cool LEDs that will work. A19 is the regular bulb size we all grew up with, right? And it's just a regular screw-in bulb, nothing special about it. So again, you can go up to 100 watts for incandescent. These things are out there in the world for like a 60 watt equivalent, 75 watt equivalent. I happened to go to Walmart on Sunday and I picked up a A19 150 watt equivalent to use in my own house, and that works just quite well. It's also a dimmable one. It was made by GE, and I think, no, I thought I had the box here, but I don't. Anyway, that was a GE product, and it was pretty well priced too, so I would probably suggest hitting a Walmart to buy your bulbs for this fixture if you want to go there. There's another way you can go too. It's also a dimmable fixture, so make sure you tell your installer, if you're going to be using dimmable LEDs, to put the correct dimmer on the wall and make sure that your bulb says it's dimmable on the box, because when I was looking at that Walmart store, I noticed that most of them weren't dimmable. I had to specifically look for that GE one that said dimmable. Another way to go is this, and this is called a par 20. So the idea with a par 20, and remember, this is the bulb's going to be in that little housing part, and you're not going to be able to see it really. This par 20 is just going to shoot light straight down. They tend to be just a little more expensive than a normal light bulb, but they give you this incredibly directed beam of light coming down, and this is a pretty cool way to go too. This is made by the nice people at Hubbardton, and I think I got this. This is only 8 watts. I got this on Amazon, I think. So easy to get. This might have been an Amazon Basics house brand or something like that. But anyway, this is an 8 watt, 3000 Kelvin. I'm going to get into that in a second. Puts out 520 lumens, which is quite a bit for one little light. And it's can last 22.8 years. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, so but anyway, this bulb is pretty cool, and I would suggest this to go too. Going back to that color of light, I talk about it all the time, especially on this piece. It's going to be specifically how that light is going to hit that piece of glass and make that glow. 2700 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale is going to be that super yellow light. Way on the other side of that is going to be 4000, 5000, 6000 Kelvin. That is considered a blue-white light. They call that daylight, but it doesn't sound like daylight to me. It sounds like a hospital waiting room light. In the middle of that is going to be 3000 Kelvin, and 3000 Kelvin is called warm white, and that's what this is. That says warm white right on it. And those bulbs I bought at Walmart last week, those were warm white too. Those were 3000 Kelvin as well. The light coming down on my hands, this is 3000 Kelvin. This is a nice warm light. It's not too yellow. It's not too white, it's right in the middle, makes everything look good. People think this is an incandescent light when they come into our showroom, and I have to kind of point out that these are actually LEDs, and like I said, they are dimmable, so make sure that's on that box when you go looking. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque, and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.